This amazing story happened to one old and small robot, serial number C4N, whom other robots called just Canny. The Robot City had a strict policy about the renovation of outdated robots, and the cold nuclear fusion generator that was powering C4N had long been considered environmentally hostile. Canny had to be put to sleep and woken up later with a new, polished, and shining body. He did fall asleep and saw a very strange dream. Everything around him came to a halt and started to get covered with rust and moss, and wanted to run away, but couldn't move. He wanted to scream, but he barely had enough energy to squeak. Eventually, he woke up. What happened to the city of robots? Why did all the robots stop moving? Did anyone survive except him? The little rusty Canny had to do all he could to find answers to these questions and try to fix it all.
Connie? Is that you? Oh, mighty gear wheel, and I thought I would never see a living robot again. But how is it that you are still working? Solar cells? Why, of course, you must be the only remaining robot with such remarkable archaic modules. Well, 54 years have passed since that dark day, but I remember it as if it were yesterday. Everyone was going about their business when the great black wings appeared in the sky. The black wings of a dragon. Yes, a real dragon. It was a vicious and relentless beast. It landed on the tower, clasped its claws around the crystal, and crushed it. The crystal's enormous energy was released in a brilliant flash, and all life in our city stopped. And I am the one to blame. Yes, it is all my fault. After all, I was the watchman, and it was my duty to protect the crystal. But I failed. I myself can still move only because I am close to its ruins. Until now, I thought that I survived only as a punishment for my guilt. But now, I see that together we have a chance to make everything right. After the crystal had been destroyed, 4 of 5 beams from the power sources are indeed broken. But the last, to the north, miraculously remains undamaged. If you could manage to start the standby generator in the basement, perhaps I could activate the teleport to the northern lands. Take my stick, it is the key to the basement. Zero and one. Canny, you started the generator. No one knows what happened to the power stations in the provinces. Everything must have been completely eaten with rust there, but if we were able to repair those beams and focus them in the tower once again, we would have a chance to grow a new great crystal. You are a real robot, Canny. If only I had been as brave that day. I will wait for your radio signal here, and good luck, my friend.
Although Canny was a robot, he did not trust teleports too much. And though he seemed calm on the outside, deep inside he was afraid. However, dimensional transport of matter went off without a hitch. The northern province appeared to be a desolate but beautiful place. For a moment, Canny even forgot why he had come here, when suddenly,
Greetings, traveler. I see that you have an independent power supply, haven't you? After we had lost all means of communication with the city, I became a hermit and learned to extract energy from the world around us. Back then, I found a cave, and it revealed something to me. I found that everything around us, the earth, wind, and sun, is full of energy, but we just let it slip through our fingers like sand. Do you want me to teach you? I guess I can open up the cave for you. Once inside, you will discover its secrets for yourself. Yet in order to conduct the ritual, I will require a handful of crystals and a new electrolyte boiler. Looks like everything is ready to go. Amo kato erorato soketo on procrato. Go forth and discover the secrets of the cave. Incredible! That's a brand new power module for the mountain base. I haven't seen anything like it for ages. It seems that the cave gives its visitors what they need the most. Venture forth towards your destiny, traveler, and I will ask the wind and sun to guide your way.
Hello? Can you hear me? Canny, is that you? May I be eaten by rust? It worked. The beam is reaching the tower just as before. The bad news is that I see no return signal from the teleport on your side. It seems that it's either broken or only functioning in one direction. I won't be able to teleport you back, Canny. You need to find some other way to get into the Eastern Province. What are you saying? You met a giant worm? I've never heard of this biological species inhabiting the Northern Province, but I guess much has changed in the world over these years. Try to contact me from the Eastern Base as soon as you get there. I will prepare the crystal to receive the second beam, and the rest is up to you. Be careful, Canny.
Like other robots of his class, Canny was never equipped with any complex computational units. Scientific research was not included in his instructions. However, he remembered the knowledge of physics and aerodynamics from the original firmware quite well. Besides, Canny has always dreamed of flying and spent a long time watching the birds up in the sky. He was not sure whether his idea would work, but there was only one way to find out. Canny's excitement was beyond any expression. The unbelievable feeling of free flight, breathtaking views of land spreading to the horizon, wind blowing in his face, all this gave him a feeling of freedom he never had before. It felt like there was nothing in the whole world that could stop him. Or at least,
hello, you living scrap. Bigger be my name. First, me very afraid of you. Much evil around us. But who the labyrinth passes and the mask recovers, Bigger will respect, and so now we'll talk to you. You be the first living scrap who I see with me own eyes. My father's father remembered metal scraps walking in the Iron Village alive. But now they all dead. Where be the Iron Village? Don't ask, won't tell. Dangerous there. Bigger don't go there, and don't let his people go. Matumba lives there. Big as a mountain, and loud as thunder. Matumba be very angry, likes no one at all.
Canny, the second beam from the eastern base has returned. I repeat, the eastern beam is back. Well done. Well done indeed. What? Maybe it was just a giant gorilla? Canny, the world around us is a tough and unforgiving place. But we are robots, and we must fight to survive. You need to go south to the shores of the White Sea. It is a bleak and frigid land,
but there's no other way. We need to get the beam from this other province.
At first, Canny thought he might well take to the sea on a raft. It's a good thing Big Yor warned him of all the dangers at sea, and as an expression of gratitude for freeing his tribe from Atumba, gave Canny a real air balloon. As any self-respecting robot, Canny did not feel cold, but seeing the icebound shores of the White Sea willy-nilly gave him the shivers.
Ugh, finally. It seems I'm thawing. Thanks, mate. Who are you and what's your name? I am Erasmus, but you can call me Rusty. I was designed specifically for such an Arctic environment and equipped with an autonomous power generator. The problem is it won't work without fuel, and I've already burnt everything that could burn. Wow, you have the power gear. With it, the beam can be reactivated. I'll help you, mate. After all, 2 pairs of robot arms are better than 1. Awesome! We made it! Too bad I'm almost out of fuel and won't be able to assist you further. Good luck, mate. I very much hope robots will come to life again. Have you and the Keeper already figured out how to neutralize the red-eye effect? You've never heard of it? But it's the main reason.
Canny, can you hear me? We've got the 3rd beam. You are doing exceptionally well. What are you saying? I can see all right, but I can't hear a thing you say. Perhaps the microphone or transmitter on your side is damaged. You have to move on the western provinces. I know, it's no easy task, but the fate of all robots is at stake. You will succeed, Canny. You must succeed.
Another 100 miles of snow-covered land lied between Canny and the western province, and though there were enough vehicles on the base to cover the distance in a couple hours, without fuel they were merely a heap of junk. Yet, Canny was not an ordinary robot, and in his hands, even some scrap could turn into something useful. By the end of what seemed to be an endless journey, ice gave way to the misty marshes of the western province. Canny was never fond of postcards with pictures of the marshes. He knew that robots have no fear, but this knowledge alone did not make this place less eerie.
Hello there, my name is Dr. Brown. In order to overcome the power crisis, we created a laboratory where we're going to conduct a series of experiments to study the properties of power crystals, drawing the energy from the outside world. Day 25. We've synthesized the first yellow crystal. Unfortunately, the crystal radiates only a small amount of energy in the form of light. As a side effect, it also affects the weather. Seems we wasted our time with this one. Day 38. We've successfully produced a blue crystal. The radiation field of blue crystals effectively reduces friction between metallic surfaces and lowers the risk of corrosion. However, even though useful, its discovery doesn't seem to. Day 66. We have fused a beautiful red specimen. The crystal radiates intense energy, which is highly suitable for transmitting over long distances, and thus may be used for data transfer. It's too early to rush to any conclusions, but it seems to be just what we need. Day 78. Red crystal's performance indicators under load are incredible. The process of remote transmission of energy is stable. Apart from that, the crystal proved to be an effective data carrier. As a side effect, lab rats demonstrated increased aggression within the radiation field. We call this phenomenon red eye effect. Day 113. We have finally synthesized the Alpha Crystal, an industrial sample for municipal power supply. To operate power transmission, we created K1PR, a robot with an enhanced computational unit. This robot will guarantee a better future for all of us. For further experiments, the laboratory will be relocated to the Mountain Province.
Kenny, the fourth beam is back. Wait a second. We've got a problem.
Even though Canny managed to redirect the beam towards the city, he could no longer get in touch with the Keeper, no matter how hard he tried. In the end, he had no other choice but to venture forth to the last power station inside the crater of the dormant volcano. Canny had never been prone to superstition, but now he felt nothing but deep unease. He was on the brink of unraveling a mystery, something that a little rusty robot just wasn't supposed to know. For all that, Canny was full of determination to walk this road to the end.
Day 151. In order to maintain the required level of power output, we installed 5 power stations, which will charge the Alpha Crystal with energy currents from the provinces. On top of that, we finally created the initial batch of robots who volunteered to replace their outdated generators with crystal radiation receivers. Day 342. I'm afraid we're making a huge mistake. The red-eye effect appears to be much more dangerous than we could imagine. Cases of animal aggression towards robots become ever more frequent. Today, for the first time, giant rats ravaged a robot. K1PR has announced the emergency situation. Day 342. I'm afraid we're making a huge mistake. The red-eye effect appears to be much more dangerous. Day 342. I'm afraid we're making a huge mistake. The red-eye effect appears to be much more dangerous than we could imagine. Cases of animal aggression towards robots become ever more frequent. Today, for the first time, giant rats. Day 342. I'm afraid we're making a huge mistake. The red-eye effect appears to be much more dangerous than we could imagine. Cases of animal aggression towards robots become ever more frequent. Today, for the first time, giant rats ravaged a robot. K1PR has announced the emergency situation. I'm going to proceed with my experiments to find an alternative to the red crystal. D365, K1PR has shut down the laboratory and ordered the green crystals prototype destroyed. 0 and 1, we created a machine which will be the end of all of us. I must stop it.
Canny, you've activated the last beam. We've triggered the fusion process. What? The dragon is still alive and flying towards the city? We have to hurry. I will need all the energy I can get, so I'll turn off the communicator for now. Teleporter will be activated in 2 minutes. I wouldn't know how fast this monster can fly, but let's hope for the best.
Day 366. I've decided to take desperate measures. During the experiments, I've already noticed how animals mutate upon contact with alpha gears. To stop K1PR, I shall create another monster who will destroy the alpha crystal once and for all. Oh no! Mutation's going out of control! Somebody hold him down!
Canny, help me. The crystal, Canny, save the crystal.
eye effect? A mere fable made up by that lunatic Dr. Brown. Nature has always been hostile to us, robots. Can't you see that? You have almost met your fate in the claws of that monstrous creature. Our only chance to survive is to wipe out all biological species. Stop talking nonsense. Pale green crystals will never give us such power. Our strength lies in unity and centralized control. Ha ha ha! You pathetic tin can. Your crazy talk is getting me weary. In honor of your past endeavors, I'm not going to melt you down. I will take your insides out and then put you in a museum where you belong. We'll make you a hero that you are. Take him down. What a tiresome worm! You're making me go back on my word and crush you. No!
A deafening explosion jolted the air. And then there was silence. Only science and no dreams this time. Suddenly, Canny felt a strange tingling sensation deep inside. This warm feeling was slowly overwhelming his whole body. The green crystal was, miraculously, still inside his body, and now was filling him with something he had never known before. Canny was discovering the world around him all over again. Its breathing, its harmony, and the music of its existence. And for the first time in his life, he was a part of it.